Hey guys, Mr. J or Joseph here with another YouTube video. Now, if we haven't met, I'm Mr. J or Joseph, 17, almost 18, senior in high school. Give you guys best writing tips, how-tos, and tutorials, and make you guys a better writer as quick as possible. Now, let's get right into today's video. The Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, if you didn't hear that, the Loch Ness Monster. Now, if you didn't hear that again, because you don't believe me, the Loch Ness Monster. Now, many of you don't believe, many of you could believe. Depends on who you are. Personally, I'm a big fan, big believer. So let's get into today's video. Starting back in 2018, man, we remember 2018 so well. A group of scientists were doing some work down in Scotland, where the famous Loch Ness Monster is. And they were doing tests looking for Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster's name, if you didn't know. It's called Nessie. They're looking for Nessie and any signs that there could be a plesiosaur, which is what the closest resemblance of what the Loch Ness Monster could be, would be a plesiosaur. So they're looking for any signs of DNA of a plesiosaur on the loch. And they didn't really find anything pointing to a plesiosaur. They mostly found catfish and some other fish, some other things that they kind of knew were in there. But one thing they found a lot of was eel. They found a lot of DNA of eel inside the loch. Now, they've said that it could be a giant eel, a mutated eel that's living in there. They said that eels are usually like 6 to 7 feet long, but that there could be like a giant eel, a mutated eel, living in the loch and just be swimming around. But they also did disclose the information that they still haven't tested 50% of their data yet. So, high hopes, 50% chance there could be a Loch Ness Monster. Ooh, we would love that. But DNA does have its way of being hidden. Just because they only found eel and all that doesn't mean that there couldn't be a Loch Ness Monster. Now, if you guys don't know much about DNA mutation, if I've got this right, don't, put me to word on this, because I can't be sure. But it could, if it was a plesiosaur, its DNA could have been mutated over all these years. If you don't know what a plesiosaur is, look it up. It's an old dinosaur. Extinct millions of years ago, pretty sure. So, it could have, if it is a plesiosaur, adapted, and it might have genetic markers to eels, but it would be closer to like what we have reptiles and birds, like crocodiles and stuff like that. It'd be closer to that, according to scientists. But genetics are hard. I mean, people still think that we came from apes and all that, and there's a lot of things that kind of go against that theory. Just because we kind of have the same DNA doesn't mean we aren't the same. It just means we're like distant relatives, cousins at that, not relatives even. Well, still relatives, but so the theory is that if there was a Loch Ness Monster, it would be closer. There'd show up reptilian DNA markers inside their studies. But, again, if there was a Loch Ness Monster and it only surfaced here and there to the top of the sea, then, I mean, it would kind of hard to get DNA. I mean, they said they went all over the loch, but you gotta think, most of the loch you can't even go to yet. Like, we don't have the stuff to go that far. So, I mean, there could still be a chance, and the DNA just hasn't risen up because it's so deep. I mean, there are underground caves in the loch that we are sure of. We know how far down it goes, but we don't have the equipment to go down that far, so there could be in DNA, and it just hasn't surfaced yet. So, there's some pretty interesting things in there that we should be aware of. That there could be a Loch Ness Monster, there could be a giant eel, there could be a mutated eel, there could be a mutated plesiosaur. There's so many things it could be. It could just be none of those. it could just be something entirely different. Or, don't laugh at me here, but this could be a big possibility. It could be a new species of something. There's new species found every day on Earth. So, it wouldn't be hard to believe that there could be a new species of fish out there. Because, I mean, most of our oceans haven't even been discovered yet. Like, we know more about the moon and other planets than we know about our own ocean. So, it's kind of saying a lot. So, I mean, there's still a lot out there for us to find. So, I'm not saying the scientists aren't wrong. I'm not saying that the Loch Ness Monster really exists. I'm just a firm believer that it exists. I'm not going on either side, because I believe in both sides. I believe in science, but I also believe in myth. So, yeah. But I am saying that if there's a Loch Ness Monster, I give it 20 years before they find any proof that there is. And if it is a science experiment, then all of us our myth freaks out there are going to be really down in the dumps about that one. But, I mean, we move on. There's so much other, we call them cryptids, if you didn't know. There's plenty of cryptids out there. We have Bigfoot, the Yeti, so much things. So many cryptids out there. So, whether you guys believe or don't believe in cryptids, that's up for you guys to decide. But, I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, think about it. If there is a plesiosaur, you're saying that there's a dinosaur roaming around the Loch Ness in Scotland. That would be insane. Because we do have dinosaurs. I mean, birds and alligators and crocodiles are big descendants from those. But to think that there could still be a fully fledged dinosaur, crazy, I know, right? But that would be nice. I mean, the studies that we could figure out, things that we didn't know about, would be amazing. Because you gotta think about it like this. People make dinosaur noises without even knowing what dinosaurs sound like. So, that kind of throws you off. I mean, a lot of gray area there. Steven Spielberg, you do some great work, my man. You make some great movies. I mean, Jurassic Park, big fan. Big fan. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could learn if there was a dinosaur. Or dinosaurs, I mean, like I said, we don't know half of our oceans. So, it'd be really interesting if we could find a dinosaur. I would really love that if we had a dinosaur. But then I would also hate it, because then they're going to start trying to do, like, mutate dinosaurs, and we'd have the whole Jurassic Park thing. Or they just experiment on it and kill it, and then we wouldn't have it anymore. Instead of letting it roam free, it's not killing anyone. So, I mean, I go both ways. I mean, I'd love to see one. Would I want it to be in captivity? No. Would I want to see it? Yes. Would I want it to die? No. Do I want it to live? Yes. Do I want to see it? Like I said, yes. So there's a lot of gray area in there where I would like to see it, but I'd like to see it on its own area. I wouldn't want people to, like, enclose it into just that area, because, I mean, if we do have a Loch Ness Monster, depending on the sex of the species, they could probably, if they could get it enclosed for a hot minute, find a way to help it reproduce. But then you would see a lot of ocean life dying, because if there's only one, I mean, that's pretty good. But if you start having a family and all that, and depending on if they're even asexual, because if it is mutated, it could be asexual. But I don't think they're asexual, which means that they can have, they don't need a partner to have a child. They usually can do it by themselves, and they're usually female. I think sharks are asexual. So, it would be interesting. I mean, they'd be a normal thing, but they'd probably stay to that area, but they'd be hunted. They'd probably be hunted to extinction pretty quickly before they could even reproduce. And we don't even know the effects of them. You wouldn't want to probably keep a plesiosaur in your, like, lab, because it'll probably eat you at that point. Or it may not. look at the movie Water Horse. That'd be like it, kinda. It's like a movie based on it, I guess. That one's interesting. So, I'm gonna start ending the video now. If you guys think Loch Ness Monster, plesiosaur, Loch Ness Monster, giant eel, Loch Ness Monster, mutated giant eel, Loch Ness Monster, mutated plesiosaur, or unknown species, comment down below what you guys think it really is. Or, I watched the interview for the scientist. This was one of the things that came up. It's an alien, and that's why we can't find it in the DNA markers. That is an interesting theory, right there. So, plesiosaur, eel, mutated plesiosaur, unknown, or alien. Comment down below what you guys think it is, could be, would be, should be. So, I think plesiosaur, or mutated plesiosaur, or I could go with unknown. But alien, oh, that's freaky. Because if you have one alien species, how many other alien species do we have? And if that is an alien species, and we test the DNA, that could show up genetic markers for other things that are alien, and maybe, who knows, there is a theory that we are aliens. I'm not going to get into that theory, because I know a lot of my family is, like, very religious. Probably wouldn't agree with what I'd have to say, but I'm just going off of what I hear. Oh well. There's a theory that Adam and Eve were on a spacecraft, and if you guys didn't know, Mars used to have life on it, and it used to be just like Earth, but more beautiful, and now it's a wasteland, and they've even found water trenches on Mars, and the theory is that a spacecraft was sent to Earth, and that's what killed the dinosaurs, and that's how Adam and Eve were born, therefore we are aliens, and so on and so forth. So that is a theory. So if there is an alien inside Loch Ness, and that DNA can kind of match to something on Earth or something on Mars, because we do have stuff from Mars, I think. I don't know. But if we do, that could be tested, and then we could find out if aliens exist. But then again, the Area 51 raid and all that, we'll find out. I give it at max 40 years before we know the truth if aliens are real or not. So, I'm going to end the video here, guys. Remember, comment down below what you guys think the Loch Ness Monster could be, if aliens exist, what your guys' favorite conspiracy theories are, all that. I might be getting into that. I might do a video on some conspiracy theories that I really like, probably Shane Dawson. I'd probably get some good ideas. I wouldn't take his ideas, more or less, that I would say my opinion on what I think they are. Like, some of them, like, respect. Shane Dawson, you're right there. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the video right here. I'm MrJCallMeJoker. I gave you guys the best writing tips, how-tos, and tutorials that make you a better writer as quick as possible. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave me a thumbs up and comment down below. Answer the questions that I've asked you guys. And if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe and ring that bell, because I'm going to be posting content every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday will be my advice and lesson videos, and every Wednesday will be my current events. Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays will be my days off, unless I have a really good idea like today's video. So, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Stay happy, stay safe, the next one's be careful. Stay happy, stay safe, be careful, don't get into trouble, stay crazy, guys. I'm Mr. J. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.